Want to speed up your language learning? Get access to all of our best PDF cheat sheets for free. Just click the link in the description and sign up for your free lifetime account right now.
Hola, bienvenidos. Mi nombre es Romina. Mucho gusto. Hello and welcome. My name is Romina. Nice to meet you. Today I'm going to teach you 10 phrases with the verb tener. Do you know what this verb means in Spanish? Tener significa to have. Tener means to have in Spanish. So I'm going to teach you 10 phrases and you might be wondering why 10 phrases. I just like that number. It's like the 10 commandments. There are certainly many more phrases with the verb tener that as you're learning Spanish, you're going to pick up these phrases. Believe me, there are many more with the verb tener. But today we're just going to focus in the main ones. We're going to be focusing in the ones that you're going to be using more often than not. ¿Estás listo? Are you ready? Vamos, let's go. La primera frase es tener frío. The first phrase is to be cold, okay? This is something that you're going to be using very often if you travel during winter to Latin America or Spain. Tener frío. Repite, por favor. Tener frío. Tener frío. Now, what happens if you travel during summertime and it's really hot in the Caribbean? What would you say? Tener calor. Why am I doing this? This is actually for cold. Tener calor. Repite, por favor. Tener calor. Tener calor. Okay, now imagine that you're walking down the street, it's lunchtime and you can smell this beautiful barbecue being cooked and your stomach grumbles and then you want to say, God, I'm hungry. So you're going to say, tener hambre. Repite, por favor. Tener hambre. Tener hambre. Very important here, make sure you're saying hambre and not hombre. This is actually a common mistake and it's kind of cute and pretty funny. Hombre means a man, okay? So instead of saying that you're hungry, you are saying that you have a man, okay? Yeah, just be aware of it. So you just finished your barbecue and you will love to have a beer to complement that meat you just finished eating. So you are gonna say, I'm quite thirsty. You're gonna say, tener sed. Tener sed. Tener sed. I'm sorry, that's actually the dog scratching the door. Sorry about that. Just one moment. So let's imagine that you went out dancing last night and this morning you wake up feeling exhausted and you have to head over to work and you're feeling tired, your eyes are closing, you are feeling sleepy. So how do you say that you're feeling sleepy in Spanish? Do you know? ¿Sabes? Se dice, we say it as tener sueño. Tener sueño. I'm sorry, that's a cat now. Sorry. Okay, lo siento muchísimo. I'm sorry about that. Continuamos. Let's continue. Please repeat. Por favor, repite once more. Tengo sueño. Tengo sueño. Tengo sueño. The phrases that we use so far are really important and you should definitely memorize these ones because you're gonna use them quite a lot when you're in Latin America and Spain. And I'm not too sure if you noticed, but the translation from Spanish and into English, doesn't really work that well because we are saying different things. In English, you say, I am thirsty, I am feeling hot, I'm hot, or I'm cold. You're using a different verb. You're not using the verb I have, which is the one we are using in Spanish. We're literally saying I have thirsted, I have thirst, I have heat, I have hot, I have cold, I have sleepiness. Okay, so just be aware of it, that the translations are not always 100% accurate, but of course we're meaning exactly the same thing. Tengo sed, I'm thirsty, I just want a glass of water. Okay, so now I want to show you other phrases with the verb tener that are a little bit more complicated, I would say, a little bit more complex. So the first one I want to show you is tener miedo a. Repite, por favor. Tener miedo a. Tener miedo a. Okay, so if you're someone that has a lot of phobias, you're gonna love this sentence because we're saying I'm scared to something, I'm afraid of something, right? Let's say, for example, spiders, that you're scared to death to spiders, right? So you have to use this phrase. Tengo miedo a las arañas. What about if you're scared to heights like myself? So you're gonna say, tengo miedo a las alturas. So as you can see, I'm just adding whatever I'm scared of at the end of the phrase after a, and all I'm doing is including the article before the word, okay? Instead of saying I'm scared of spiders, I'm sort of saying like I'm scared of the spiders. Tengo miedo a las arañas. So just be aware of it. Okay, this one, it's a really cool phrase. I think if you know this one, it's gonna be pretty impressive when you're talking to Latinos or people from Spain. They're gonna be a little bit impressed if you say this. This is a phrase that we use quite a lot. Maybe you already heard of this, or maybe you already know it. Tengo ganas de. Repite, por favor. Tengo ganas de. Tengo ganas de. Okay, so here we're saying I feel like, you know when you're feeling like you want to do something, you want to go out dancing or having a beer with friends, this is a phrase you're going to be using, okay? Tengo ganas de salir a bailar. Tengo ganas de beber cerveza con amigos. Tengo ganas de ver televisión. It's very easy. All you have to do is think of an activity that you want to do and then just put it at the end of the phrase in the infinitive form. And what about if you don't feel like doing something? Just simply add a no somewhere in the sentence, right? In the beginning, before the verb tener, not somewhere, in the beginning, before the verb tener. Okay, so you're gonna say, no tengo ganas de. Okay, let's say that you don't feel like going out for a walk. No tengo ganas de caminar. The next phrase is tener prisa. Repeat, please. Tener prisa. Tener prisa. I think a lot of people will be surprised that we have such a phrase in Spanish because we are always running late everywhere, but we do actually have it. Tener prisa. I'm rushing. I need to hurry up, otherwise I'm going to be late. Tengo prisa. Bien. Ahora vamos a la frase número 9. So now we're going to phrase number 9, okay? This is a good one if you need to speak to a doctor or if you're going to a hospital, okay? The phrase goes like this. Tengo dolor de. So here you're saying, I feel pain or I have pain of something, something hurts, right? So for example, let's say you're having a headache, okay, your head hurts. So you're gonna say in Spanish, tengo dolor de cabeza. Cabeza. Okay, repite por favor. Tengo dolor de cabeza. Tengo dolor de cabeza. Tengo dolor de cabeza. Y finalmente hemos llegado a la frase número 10. I love this one. I love this one. We use it all the time. This is tener suerte. Repeat, please. Tener suerte. Tener suerte. Tener suerte literally means to be lucky, okay? We got to be lucky. We're gonna get to be lucky. This is something that we use all the time in Spanish because we are always trying to cheer each other, to wish good luck to each other, no? For example, que tengas suerte, like good luck. I hope everything goes well for you. Que tengas suerte. Alright, my friends, those are the 10 phrases I wanted to teach you with the verb tener in Spanish. Believe me, there are many more out there with the verb tener, but I think if you memorize these 10, it's a great start. So definitely go back a few times in the video, make sure you repeat after me until you get the pronunciation right. And make sure you remember them. So next time you meet with your Latinos amigos or with the people from Spain, you can say any of these phrases. Muchas gracias for watching this video. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you next time. Adiós. Hola, hola. Mi nombre es Romina Romagnolo. Mucho gusto. Hi guys, my name is Romina Romagnolo. Nice to meet you. Hoy voy a explicarte los demostrativos en español. Today I'm gonna explain you Spanish demonstratives. Demonstratives. Lo siento mucho por mi pronunciación. Mi inglés es terrible. I'm really sorry for my pronunciation. My English is terrible. It's terrible. Probablemente te preguntes, ¿qué es un demostrativo? So probably you're wondering, what is a demonstrative? Okay, what is that? But don't worry, you already know what these words are because you already have these ones in English, okay? Demonstratives are pretty much like pointing, okay? You're saying this is I'm demonstrating you this, right? So exactly that word that I just say, this, that's a demonstrative, okay? This, that, and that thing over there, okay? So we have three ways of saying demonstratives in Spanish. And let me explain you a little bit more about demostrativos. Una cosa que es muy importante comprender cuando hablamos de demostrativos es la referencia. One of the things that is very important to understand when we're talking about demostrativos is the reference point, okay? Who is being the reference point, okay? So, el punto de referencia es el hablante. So the point of reference is the person that is doing the talking, okay? Is the speaker. I am the speaker. I'm referring about things that are within my reach, okay? Or maybe I'm referring to things that are a little bit further away from me, okay? I can still maybe reach them, or it doesn't take a lot of effort for me to reach them, and I can refer about those things. And maybe if I'm talking about things that are very far away from me, that's when I'm going to be using certain demonstratives. Cuando quiero hablar de un objeto que está cerca de mí, voy a utilizar el primer demostrativo, este. So when I'm talking about an object that is near me, okay, which is within my reach, okay, I'm going to talk about este. I'm going to use the first demostrativo, este. Este en español significa this. Este in Spanish means this. If that object is just a little bit further away from me, let's say it's still within a hand distance, okay, I can still reach out and grab that object, or maybe it requires for me to move a little to grab that thing. So in that case, I'm gonna make a distinction, okay? I'm not talking about this anymore, I'm talking about that, yeah? So I'm gonna say ese. Repite, por favor. Please repeat. Ese. Cuando el objeto está completamente lejos de mí, ¿ok? Voy a utilizar aquel. So now that I'm talking about things that are very far away from me, okay, I'm going to use the third type of demostrativo in Spanish, which is aquel. Repite, por favor. Aquel. Aquel no tiene una traducción literal en inglés. So there is no literal translation for aquel in English, I believe. I think you have to say it in a phrase like that thing over there, okay? You don't have any specific word for things that are far away, okay? You pretty much have this and that in English. While in Spanish we have 3 stages. Hay 2 cosas a tener en cuenta cuando hablamos de demostrativos en español. There are 2 things to keep in mind when we're talking about Spanish demonstratives. Lo primero es el género. Es el género. ¿Es masculino o es femenino? The first thing to keep in mind when we're talking about demostrativos is the gender, okay? Is it female? Is the object or the animal or the person, whatever, a female, femenino, o masculino, is it masculine, okay, or male. La segunda cosa a tener en cuenta es el número. The second thing that you have to keep in mind is the number. ¿Es singular o es plural? Is it singular or is it plural? Okay, are you referring to one thing or are you talking about 2 or more things, a group of things?
Este, esta, estos, estas. Ese, esa, esos, esas. Aquel, aquella, aquellos, aquellas.
So let's practice this with an example.
Este es mi gato. Aquellas flores son rosas. Esos edificios son muy bonitos. Ese hombre es mi tío Ramón. Estas ideas son creativas. ¿A ti te gusta aquel?
Muy bien amigos, es el final del video. Muchísimas gracias por ver esta clase. Very good my friends, this is the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching today's lesson. I really appreciate your support. Si tienes preguntas, por favor, escríbenos en los comentarios. I really do appreciate your support and please let me know if you have any questions in the comments down below. Muchas gracias, nos vemos, adiós.
Hola, soy Brenda Romaniello, tu profesora de español. Hello, my name is Brenda Romaniello and I'm your Spanish teacher. Hoy vamos a ver los pronombres de interrogación. Today we're going to have a look at the WH questions in Spanish. So, we say and we call them WH questions in English because most of these questions will start with a WH in English, so the translation will be with a WH question. But that is certainly not the case, of course, in Spanish. So what they are called is actually pronombres de interrogación, and we use them to ask questions in Spanish. So let's put your knowledge to the test a little bit as well, and let's see if you know what these questions mean in Spanish, and then if you don't know, I'll teach you and then I'll give you some examples as well. Número 1. ¿Qué? 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 ¿Qué significa it means what? Por ejemplo, ¿qué prefieres comer hoy? What do you prefer to eat today? Número 2. ¿Cuándo? ¿Cuándo? ¿Cuándo significa when? And we use it to talk about time. Por ejemplo, ¿cuándo vuelves de tus vacaciones? When are you coming back from your holidays? Número 3. ¿Dónde? ¿Dónde significa where? And we use it to talk about a location. Por ejemplo, ¿dónde vives? Where do you live? Número 4. ¿Cómo? ¿Cómo? ¿Cómo significa how? Por ejemplo, ¿cómo prefieres tu carne? How do you like your steak cooked? Número 5. ¿Por qué? ¿Por qué significa why? Por ejemplo, ¿por qué estudias español? Why do you study Spanish? Número 6. ¿Cuál and cuáles? ¿Cuál and cuáles significa which? But hang on a second, we have 2 questions here. So, can you tell me what the difference between cuál and cuáles is? Do you know why we have 2 options for which in Spanish? The answer to this question is because it's going to depend on the number. So if we're talking about only one thing, we're going to say cuál. So cuál is for the singular, and cuáles will be the plural form when we talk about 2 or more things. Por ejemplo, ¿cuál es tu casa? Which one is your house? ¿Cuáles son tus documentos? Which are your documents? Número 7. ¿Quién and quiénes? So again, here we're going to have 2 options, and it means they mean in English who. So again, why do you think we have 2 options here, quién and quiénes? Exactly the same as cuál and cuáles. Quién is going to be used to refer to one person, and quiénes is the plural form, and we're going to use it for 2 people or more. Por ejemplo, ¿quién es tu mejor amigo? Who is your best friend? ¿Quiénes son tus hermanas? Who are your sisters? Número 8. And the last one. ¿Cuánto, cuánta, cuántos, cuántas? ¿Cuánto and cuántas significa how much? And we are going to use these 2 options with uncountable nouns, so things that we cannot count or measure. And also we have 2 options for how much, because cuánto is going to be used, we're going to match it with a masculino, sustantivo masculino. So we're going to match it with an uncountable noun that has to be masculino. And cuánta will be the femenino form. Por ejemplo, ¿cuánto dinero hay? How much money is there? So dinero es masculino, we have to say cuánto. ¿Cuánta azúcar quieres en el café? How much sugar would you like in your coffee? So azúcar es femenino y vamos a decir cuánta. So we're going to say cuánta for azúcar because it's femenino. ¿Cuántos, cuántas significa how many? And we use these 2 options with countable nouns, so things that we can count. And again, we're going to differentiate cuántos for nouns that are masculino and cuántas for femenino. ¿Cuántos limones necesitas? How many lemons do you need? ¿Cuántas naranjas necesitas? How many oranges do you need? Muy bien, so that is the lesson for today. I really hope that you liked it and you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a thumbs up. And I will be seeing you next class. Nos vemos la próxima clase. Adiós.
Hello friends of Spanish Pod 101.com. Diego Anefra.
We have en un video.
5 tipos de música.
100% mexicano.
Como dice el buen Diego.
Enjoy this video. Okay guys, so the first type of music that we're going to see is called la banda. Y la banda tiene dos diferentes tipos de banda. La primera es conocida como la banda sinaloense o tambora sinaloense porque surgió en Sinaloa en el año 1920. En este tipo de música se utilizan instrumentos musicales como el clarinete, la trompeta, la tambora y otros instrumentos mexicanos. Entonces, let's see an example. Desde Nahuatl vengo, dicen que nací en el roble, me dicen que soy arriero, porque le chifo y se para, si les aviento el sombrero ya verán cómo repara. Ay, 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 mamá, por Dios. Ok chicos, esta canción originalmente es cantada por El Recodo, que es un grupo mexicano bastante viejo. Y bueno, todas sus canciones son representativas de este género, la banda sinaloense o tambora sinaloense. Otro tipo de banda es una banda un poquito más relajada y que generalmente habla del amor, pero también del desamor. Suelen ser canciones bastante tristes y las podemos escuchar generalmente en las cantinas o bares de México. Es todo un show ver a la gente cuando ponen estas canciones. Entonces vamos a darles un ejemplo. El color de tus ojos despertó mi interés y solo tengo ganas de verte otra vez. Dime que no está prohibido. Quizás me animo y te pido verte el sábado a las 10. El color de tus ojos
Ya. Ok.
se robó mi atención. Ok, so, esta canción es original de la banda MS, quienes son exponentes de este tipo de música. La banda romántica, pero también de desamor.
Bien, el siguiente género que vamos a mostrar hoy es la norteña. La norteña popularizó el sonido del acordeón en México y surgió después de la independencia de México. Y bueno, ahí fue donde se popularizó en el norte del país, ya después en todo México. Sin embargo, fue en este momento cuando más se escuchó.
Así es. Vamos a ver ahora un ejemplo de este tipo de música. Una canción original de Los Tigres del Norte que se llama La Puerta Negra. Ya está cerrada con 3 candados y remachada la puerta negra. Y ya es todo lo que sé.
Okay, so we have many groups that could be listened by you. They are very popular in Mexico. They are Los Tigres del Norte and Intocable, right?
Ya, Intocable es un grupo bastante popular en México, representante de la música norteña.
He likes it a lot.
I like it a lot. Okay guys, so the next type of music is called los corridos. Y los corridos esencialmente son canciones que relatan un suceso, un evento. Este tipo de música nació en la Revolución Mexicana y podemos encontrar muchas canciones que testifican, que relatan, que narran algún tipo de acontecimiento durante esta época. En la actualidad podemos encontrar también corridos, pero es una mezcla entre lo que son los antiguos corridos y la banda. Entonces, en esencia, es un género que es generado por el pueblo y para el pueblo. Vamos a ver una canción muy popular durante la Revolución Mexicana que se llama La Adelita. Y si Adelita se fuera con otro, la seguiría por tierra y por mar. Si por mar en un buque de guerra, si por tierra en un tren militar. Y si Adelita quisiera ser mi novia, si Adelita fuera mi mujer, le compraría un vestido de seda para llevarla a bailar al cuartel.
Ok, el siguiente es la ranchera. Este género es popular en México y es porque contempla y junta la cultura y el folclore mexicano. Además de eso, se hizo muy famoso gracias a ciertas personas: Pedro Infante, Jorge Negrete, José Alfredo Jiménez. Recordemos que la música ranchera nació en un ambiente post-revolucionario, después de la Revolución Mexicana, por ahí del siglo XIX, ¿ok? Sin embargo, hoy en día también tenemos otros exponentes muy famosos, como Vicente Fernández, como su hijo, el Potrillo. También tenemos a otros, ¿no, Diego?
Así es. Entonces, bueno, vamos a ver una canción muy popular en México que se llama Mátalas, donde el cantante es Vicente Fernández.
Amigo, ¿qué te pasa? Estás llorando. Seguro es por desdenes de mujeres. No hay golpe más mortal para los hombres que el llanto y el desprecio de estos seres.
Amigo, voy a darte un buen consejo. Si quieres disfrutar de sus placeres, consigue una pistola si es que quieres, o cómprate una daga si prefieres, y vuélvete asesino de mujeres. Mátalas con una sobredosis de ternura, asfixialas con besos y dulzuras, contagialas de todas tus locuras. Mátalas con flores, con canciones, no les falles,
Que no hay una mujer en este mundo
que pueda resistirse a los detalles. Nice. Y cuando hablamos de música mexicana, por supuesto que también nos referimos al mariachi, la música más popular mexicana. Y el mariachi surgió en el siglo XVI en Colula, Jalisco. Originalmente era un grupo de músicos que se reunían en plazas públicas y ellos se encargaban de ambientar las festividades nacionales. Con el paso del tiempo, esta tradición de música se fue a otros estados como Nayarit, Colima y Michoacán, y bueno, en la actualidad ya está por todo México y es un ícono cultural de México. Entonces, vamos a ver una de sus más tradicionales canciones que se llama Las Mañanitas. Y las mañanitas se cantan principalmente cuando cumplimos años. Es muy típico que en un cumpleaños se toquen las mañanitas. Así que vamos a ver.
en lugar de Happy Birthday, ¿no?
No decimos Happy Birthday, únicamente contamos las mañanitas. Estas son las mañanitas que cantaba el rey David. Hoy por ser tu cumpleaños te las cantamos aquí. Despierta, Diego, despierta. Mira que ya amaneció. Ya los pajarillos cantan, la luna ya se metió. Nice, that's it. No, that's it. Okay. Perfecto, entonces, También el mariachi en ocasiones lo podemos combinar con otro género como el género ranchero. Y hay una canción muy popular, popularizada por el hijo de Vicente Fernández que se llama
Pedro Fernández.
Pedro Fernández, es Pedro Fernández. Entonces vamos a escuchar esta canción por Efraín, que él se la sabe completamente.
Yo soy el aventurero, el mundo me importa poco. Una mujer me gusta a pesar de todo. Me gustan las altas y las chaparritas, las flacas, las gordas y las chiquititas, solteras, viudas y divorciaditas. Me encantan las chatas de caras bonitas. Y por eso digo con mi canción, yo soy el puritito, yo soy el aventurero. De puritito corazón, compadre.
Okay, nice. This is the end of the video. We hope that you have enjoyed it. Please subscribe to this channel and leave us your comments.
¡Hasta luego!
Nos vemos en el siguiente video.
Want to speed up your language learning? Get access to all of our best PDF cheat sheets for free. Just click the link in the description and sign up for your free lifetime account right now.
Hi everyone on SpanishPod101.com. I'm Efrain.
And I'm Diego.
And today we're going to talk about special usages of the verb tener. You already know the meaning, but do you already know the usages? You may not. So, enjoy the video!
So, as you know, the verb tener essentially means to have, but it can also be translated as to possess, or to hold, or even to contain. However, why does the expression tengo ganas de ir al baño means I want to go to the bathroom, whereas tengo hambre means I'm hungry?
As you can notice here, the verb tener is not as easy as you previously thought. Tener is a very common word, and it is used in a lot of expressions. Some of them make sense, but some other times, not that much.
Yeah, so now let's take a look into the most common usages of this verb. So the first expression is tener un buen día, and this expression is used when you say goodbye to someone and you wish that someone a nice day. Normally we will say que tenga un buen día as in the formal version, or que tengas un buen día as in the tú or informal version. So, for example,
Diego, ya me tengo que ir. Tengo que ir a comerme estos panes. Mi hermana me invitó a tomar un café y comer de estos panes. No sé de qué están hechos. Son verdes, pero están deliciosos.
Ok, bueno, que tengas un buen día.
Gracias. The second expression is tener que, and it is used to express a necessity or an imperative, or simply that something must be done. Tener que, to have to. For example, Diego, tienes que acabar de leer este video. Diego, tienes que acabar de leer este libro.
¿Por qué? ¿Tú ya lo leíste?
No, pero tiene dibujos bien chidos.
The next common use of the verb tener is that we can translate this verb as the verb to be. What? Yes, that's right. Sometimes the verb tener means to be. For example, in tengo hambre, I am hungry. Tengo sed, I am thirsty. Tengo sueño, I am sleepy. Tengo razón, I am right. Tengo prisa, I am in a hurry. And so on.
The next one, or the next expression, is to express the age. Contrary to English, we don't use the verb to be to express the age. We rather use the verb tener. For example, Diego, ¿cuántos años tiene tu novia?
Yo no tengo novia.
Ah, ¿no? ¿Y qué me dices de la que... Bueno,
Cambiemos de tema.
mi novia tiene 20 años.
Ok.
Ajá.
¿Y tú cuántos años tienes?
Eso es un secreto.
Finally, we will give you a set of expressions that you may use on a daily basis. For this, we will give you 4 expressions. Number 1, tener lugar, to take place. For example, Efraín, el concierto de Depeche Mode tendrá lugar en el Foro Sol en la Ciudad de México.
¡Wow! Genial. Okay, the second one. Tener los nervios de punta. To be on edge. For example.
Efraín, ¿ya te dieron los resultados del examen de ingreso a la maestría?
Ni me lo menciones, Diego. Tengo los nervios de punta. Mañana me dan los resultados.
Tranquilo, todo va a estar muy bien. Todo va a estar muy bien.
Eso espero.
Okay, the next one is tener ganas de. It means to feel like, and it is very simple. For example, tengo ganas de comer unos taquitos. Tengo ganas de jugar Monopoly. Very straightforward.
Okay, the last one is tener que ver con. To have to do with. And, for example, Diego, yo iba caminando con mi amiga Sofía el otro día. Oye, a todo esto, ¿cómo está tu hermano?
Muy bien, gracias. Sí, ¿por qué?
O sea, yo iba caminando con Sofía el otro día y es una chica muy bonita.
Sí, es muy guapa. Muy guapa.
Ojalá y se me haga con ella, de verdad.
Vamos a esperar que sí. Bueno, pero ¿qué tiene que ver mi hermano con todo esto?
Nada, solo me acordé de él y quería saber cómo está.
Okay. That's it for today, my friends from SpanishPod101.com. We hope that you have enjoyed this video. If so, please give us your thumbs up and share with other learners. Also, we want you to know that we do read your comments and also reply to them, so please feel free to post them. Thank you guys for all your support and for let us know that we are handsome.
Thank you.
Thank you. So, see you in the next video.
Hi everybody, Rosa here. Welcome to Ask a Teacher, where I'll answer some of your most common Spanish questions. The question for this lesson is: how do you know when to use ser o estar? This can be confusing for Spanish learners, especially for native English speakers, because both ser and estar mean to be. First, let's go over the forms of ser. I am, yo soy, you are singular, tú eres. He, she is, you are, polite. Él, ella, usted es. We are, nosotros somos, you are, plural, vosotros sois. They are, you are, polite and plural, ellos, ellas, ustedes son. The different forms of estar are: yo estoy for I am, tú estás for you are, singular. Él, ella, usted está for he, she is, you are, polite. Nosotros estamos for we are. Vosotros estáis for you are in polite form. Ellos, ellas, ustedes están for they are. You are, polite and plural. There is a subtle but simple difference between the two words for to be. Estar is for temporary conditions such as feelings and emotions, and that's why how are you is ¿cómo estás? Ser is for characteristics or permanent states of being. For example, if I'd say I am American, I would say yo soy americano. Here's a good rule of thumb. Turn the sentence into a question. If the question uses how, then use estar. And if it uses what, use ser.
Take the word callado, for example, which means quiet. Depending on which verb you use, the nuance will be different. If you say ella es callada, which uses ser, that means she's quiet, as in she's a quiet person. On the other hand, if you say ella está callada, which uses the verb estar, that would mean she's being quiet. The nuance is that this situation is temporary and that she's just being quiet in this moment in time. Pretty cool, right? If you have any more questions, please leave a comment and I'll try to answer them. Bye!
Hello and welcome back, my friends from SpanishPod101.com. As you know, my name is Manuel.
And I'm Rodrigo.
Woo! Yeah, of course, we're kidding. My name is Diego.
And I'm Efrain.
Good. And today we're going to start with our series, Mexican words that you should know. So let's get started. Let's get started. Okay, guys. First of all, we want to tell you that we tried to do this video 3 times. Something bad happened in our previous 2.
Yeah.
Anyways, you can watch that at the end of this video.
Yeah. Okay. Now we are going to watch a sketch with the words that we are going to work with today. See if you can understand them. Let's go! Hey, hermano.
¿Qué onda, carnal? ¿Cómo estás?
No muy bien.
¿Por qué? ¿Qué tienes?
Tuve una pelea con mis papás y... está muy cañona la situación.
¡Ey! Pero no te me achicopales. Mira, hay un café cerca de la casa. ¿Por qué no vamos ahí y echamos el chat?
Sí, claro. Solo que tengo un bonche de cosas en mi cartera, pero ninguna de ellas es dinero.
¡Ey! No te preocupes por eso. Yo pago.
Cámara, va.
Oye, pero ¿en dónde estás ahora?
Estoy en el parque donde siempre nos encontramos.
Ah, perfecto. Entonces voy para allá.
Sí, claro. Te espero.
¡Hey, Efraín!
¡Ey!
¿Ya listo?
Sí, solamente... Espera, es que estoy muy cucho para ese lugar.
Claro que no.
Déjame irme a cambiar. Será rápido.
Chale, no. Mejor vamos a quedarnos aquí y platiquemos.
Pero me da cosa que mis papás me vean porque me salí sin permiso.
No, tranquilo, mijo, no creo que pase eso.
¿Seguro?
Seguro.
¡Rayos! Creo que es mi mamá.
Ya nos cayó el chahuizle. As you might have understood, one of the words that we used was achicopale. And achicopale is basically like a minor state of depression, something that is not too high or too low. For example,
Diego, se murió mi perro.
¿Firulais? Sí. Mira, no te me achicopales. Después compramos otro perro y Firulais número 2. No hay problema.
Okay, the second word here is cañón, and you use it to describe that something is difficult. For example, Diego, ayer hice mi examen de ingreso a la maestría.
¿Qué tal?
Estaba bien cañón. Creo que no entré.
Claro que sí vas a pasar, por supuesto. Okay, so the next word is carnal. And carnal is one of the ways to call your best friend. So, for example, I can say, Efraín no es mi amigo. Él es mi carnal.
Oh. Okay, the next one is bonche. And it works just for countable things. It means a lot. For example, Diego, tengo un bonche de cosas en mi cartera, pero ninguna de ellas es dinero.
Good. Okay, guys. The next word is chal. And we normally use this word with the expression echar el chal. And echar el chal basically means to go with a friend to a cafeteria or to something healthy and have like a brief talk. So, for example, Efraín, hay un café muy cerca de aquí, ¿por qué no vamos y echamos el chal?
Claro, vamos. The next word is cucho, and you will use it to describe something that it is in bad shape or something that doesn't look good or something that is not well done. For example, Diego, tienes que levantar tu cuarto. Está bien cucho, bien sucio, bien todo está desordenado, está bien cucho.
Gracias, yo también te quiero. Okay, the next one is cámara. And that's one of the ways for saying okay. So, for example, Efraín, ¿por qué no vamos a la plaza a patinar sobre hielo?
Ok, cámara.
Bien.
Vamos. Okay, the next one is chale, which means oof. Just like that. Oof. For example, Diego, al llegar aquí a tu casa me di cuenta de que se me perdió la cartera.
Chale.
Sí. Chale.
Okay, the next one is chahuizle. And we will normally use this word in the expression ya nos cayó el chahuizle. So, you're going to use this when you know that something bad is going to happen. For example, when you see a policeman coming by and you are drinking alcohol in the street, that you know that that's forbidden, you know that something bad is going to happen because he's going to give you a ticket. So, in that case, you can say, oh, ya me cayó el chahuizle.
Yeah. Okay, the last word is mijo. And you will use it to call a friend or a neighbor or someone of your neighborhood. This word is commonly used with ¿qué ole?, which means what's up. For example, ¿qué ole, mijo?
¿Qué ole, mijo? That's the example.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, now we're going to watch once again the sketch, but now this time with subtitles, so you can understand it better.
Hey, hermano.
¿Qué onda, carnal? ¿Cómo estás?
No muy bien.
¿Por qué? ¿Qué tienes?
Tuve una pelea con mis papás y... está muy cañona la situación.
¡Ey, pero no te me achicopales! Mira, hay un café cerca de la casa. ¿Por qué no vamos ahí y echamos el chal?
Sí, claro. Solo que tengo un bonche de cosas en mi cartera, pero ninguna de ellas es dinero.
¡Ey, no te preocupes por eso! Yo pago.
Cámara, va.
Oye, pero ¿en dónde estás ahora?
Estoy en el parque donde siempre nos encontramos.
Ah, perfecto. Entonces voy para allá.
Sí, claro. Te espero.
¡Ey, Efraín!
¡Ey!
¿Ya listo?
Sí, solamente... Espera, es que estoy muy cucho para ese lugar.
Claro que no.
Déjame irme a cambiar. Será rápido.
Chale, no. Mejor vamos a quedarnos aquí y platiquemos.
Pero me da cosa que mis papás me vean porque me salí sin permiso.
No, tranquilo, mijo, no creo que pase eso.
¿Seguro?
Seguro.
Rayos, creo que es mi mamá.
Ya nos cayó el chahuizle.
That's it for today. Thank you. And please give us your thumbs up if you like this video. Comment us. We will reply to your comments. And we love you people. Thank you for everything. Subscribe to this beautiful channel, SpanishPod101.com. See you!
Hello, my friends from SpanishPod101.com. My name is Diego. And
Hey, what's up, my friends from SpanishPod101.com? My name is Diego.
And I'm Efraín.
Today we're going to start with a...
Hola, soy Brenda Romaniello. Welcome to your Spanish lesson. Today we're going to talk about Spanish prepositions and 4 uses for the preposition de in Spanish. Prepositions are that grammatical part of the language that is, I would say, one of the most difficult ones to grasp because they lack meaning by themselves, but they gain the meaning based on what's around them. So how do we solve this problem? Well, it's quite simple, in fact, which is to learn the different ways in which we can see these prepositions and then understand how the meaning changes with them. So let's have a look at 4 uses that we can use the preposition de in Spanish. Uso número 1. So the first use that we can use the preposition de in Spanish is for origin or nationality. For example, we can say where a person is from, and we are going to use the preposition de in this case, which means it would translate from. So a person, when we talk and we use it with a person, it would mean from, and we're going to talk about where this person is coming from. Por ejemplo, soy de Argentina. I am from Argentina. When we talk about objects or products, we can say that we can use the preposition de to describe the origin where these products are coming from. Por ejemplo, el vino es de España. Uso número 2. The second use is to talk about material. So when we want to refer to the material of which things are made of, we're going to use the preposition de in Spanish. Por ejemplo, el vaso de plástico, el anillo de oro, la casa de ladrillos, la lámpara de cristal, la medalla de bronce. As you can see in all these examples, we are describing the material of these objects, and therefore we are going to use the preposition de in this case. When we talk about translation for the preposition de in these cases, we can say that it means made of. Uso número 3. So the third use that we use the preposition de in Spanish is to talk about possessions. So when we want to say that we are possessing something in Spanish, we are going to use the preposition de. Por ejemplo, el carro de Juan, las llaves de María, la amiga de José, el novio de Carla, la casa de Pedro. So you can see in all these examples, we're using the preposition de to show belonging in Spanish. So we mention who possess what object through using the preposition de in Spanish. Uso número 4. So the 4 use that we use the preposition de in Spanish is for time frames or just time, to talk about timing. Por ejemplo, son las 5 de la mañana. De madrugada, de noche, solemos cenar a las 6. De niña, jugaba mucho con mis hermanos. As you can see, de niña, de madrugada, de noche, de la mañana, all these are time frames, time periods that we use de as a preposition to talk about these time frames. Okay, so those are 4 uses of the preposition de in Spanish. There are lots of other uses as well, but I think these 4 will help you to understand when we use this preposition and the different meanings that it will have depending on what structure, what situation, what context is used in. I would like to leave you with a recommendation if you find that you're struggling with prepositions, is to try to take it easy and try to understand and learn prepositions in use. So when we use them and learn that specific structure with that specific meaning so that you know for sure that when you use it, you are saying it correctly. Instead of trying to learn different prepositions by the different meanings and you have 30 million different translations can actually be a little bit confusing, or trying to literally translate them from English or other languages. And if you get it wrong, well, it doesn't matter. People will correct you or you will read it somewhere, and that's how we actually start learning and knowing the meanings of different prepositions. In the comments below, I would love to hear from you. Can you write an example with each and every single different use that we have seen today? I would love to hear from you in the comments. Muy bien, that is all for today's lesson. Thank you so much for watching. Muchas gracias. Give a like to this video if you liked it and subscribe to the channel. I will see you next class. Bye. Adiós. Hasta luego.
Hi guys, I'm Courtney, and today I'm here in Teotihuacan, which is about an hour's drive from Mexico City. As you might know, Mexico is very well known for having various pyramids, ancient temples, and ruins all throughout the country. Today, we're here to explore one of the biggest pyramids in the world. Let's go check it out. Located about 50 kilometers northeast of modern-day Mexico City, Teotihuacan was one of the largest urban centers in the ancient world, and to this day, no one knows who built it. The Aztecs arrived on the Mexican Central Plateau during the first half of the 14th century. As they were coming from the north, they discovered the abandoned ruins of this city. They connected it to their own beliefs and gave it the name Teotihuacan, meaning birthplace of the gods. Right now, we're walking through La Calzada de los Muertos, which is Spanish for Avenue of the Dead, and it was the main road for this ancient city. This massive central road is roughly 40 meters wide and runs for more than 4 kilometers. It's surrounded by impressive ceremonial architecture, as well as platforms that the Aztecs believed to be tombs, therefore inspiring the name Calzada de los Muertos. Throughout this entire avenue, you'll come across a series of steps that are both high and steep. It's pretty difficult and challenging, so I would recommend bringing comfortable walking shoes and clothing. So, through all these up and down stairs, I think I found a shortcut and I'm gonna take it. Mexican folklore says the Pyramid of the Moon and the Pyramid of the Sun were built in honor to the birth of the sun and moon gods. To honor the gods, priests were said to perform daily ceremonies at the pyramids. After a bit of walking, we arrived to this intersection where both temples connect through the Avenue of the Dead. Behind me, you'll see the Pyramid of the Sun, and to my right, the Pyramid of the Moon. Right now, we're gonna try to make it to the top of the Pyramid of the Sun. So let's go. Less than half a mile south of the Pyramid of the Moon is the Pyramid of the Sun. It has a height more than 63 meters and a base more than 225 meters long on each side, making it the third largest pyramid in the world. The The Pyramid of the Sun has 248 total steps. Not only that, but they're also extremely tall and extremely steep, so it's very dangerous. But we finally made it. Its elevated platforms were likely used for rituals. Tombs found associated with the structure contained both human and animal sacrifices, along with grave goods such as obsidian and greenstone. The location of the pyramid and its design are thought to represent the three levels of their cosmos: celestial, terrestrial, and subterranean. Throughout the main intersection on the Avenue of the Dead, you'll find many people selling you a series of different creative Aztec pieces, such as carvings, sculptures, and jewelry. As you're leaping, you can also find a broader selection of more souvenirs and crafts related to Teotihuacan. So that's it for today, guys. This was Teotihuacan, and I hope you enjoyed. We'll see you next time.
Bienvenidos, amigos de SpanishPod
101.com.
Hoy tenemos el Efras and Diego's
Comedy Show.
¡Ujaja! Y esta es tercera llamada.
Tercera llamada para el video de chistes mexicanos. ¡Comenzamos!
Laughing is a very important activity. It is even healthy for our body, and it makes the life more enjoyable. Right, Diego?
That's correct. So, Mexican jokes normally speak about 5 different topics. Number 1, about drunk people. Number 2, about an iconic character from Mexico who we call Pepito. Number 3, when we speak about other nationalities. Number 4, when we speak about the hell. And number 5, the classical jokes for children. Of course, there are many more topics, but these are very common ones. Now, mind you, some of these use double sense, and actually we play on words to convey something sexual. That's our humor. So, but this video is family friendly, so we're going to give you some jokes that are, and let's see if you can get them.
Yeah, let's start with the first joke. Come on. Woo! Okay, so clap your hands, babies. Pepito va con su mamá y le dice: mami, ¿qué pasó, hijo? Ya no quiero jugar con mi primo el rompecabezas. ¿Por qué, hijo? Apenas va el primer martillazo y empieza a chillar. I love you, man.
Okay, so, did you get the joke? So, basically, a rompecabezas is a puzzle, but it's also, we play with the words because romper is to break and cabeza is the head. So, rompecabezas is, apart from puzzle, is to break your head. And of course, what happens when you hit someone with a hammer, you break the head of another person. You see? Ok, ahora vamos con un chiste de nacionalidades. En Japón crearon una máquina que atrapaba a ladrones y pues bueno, cuando la estrenaron, en menos de 30 minutos atrapó a 20 ladrones. Después la llevaron a Francia y en menos de 30 minutos atrapó a 40 ladrones. Después la llevaron a Italia y en menos de 30 minutos atrapó a 17 ladrones. Y en eso la llevan a México y en menos de 5 minutos se robaron la máquina.
Ok. Oye. Ok. Llega alguien y dice: negra, ¿bailamos? Y ella: no. ¿Pero por qué? 4 razones. Esto es un funeral. Usted está borracho. Número 3, el Ave María no se baila. Número 4, no soy negra, soy sacerdote. ¡Hombre! Thank you. Gracias, público.
Ok, espero que estén disfrutando la noche con nosotros y ahora vamos a continuar con unos chistes infantiles. El primero es que había un niño tan pequeñito que su cabeza le olía a pies.
Ay, qué bonito.
Está bonito. Ok, otro, ese estuvo muy corto. Ok, llega la hija con su papá y le dice:
Papá, ¿cómo se escribe campana?
Campana se escribe como suena.
Entonces escribo talán, talán.
Ok.
Es tu turno ahora.
Bien. Ahora vamos a contar un chiste sobre el infierno. Una vez, un alemán se murió. Y al ir al infierno, llegó y vio que cada nación tenía un infierno diferente. Entonces fue con los alemanes y les preguntó: ¿qué les hacen aquí? Entonces uno de los alemanes le respondió: aquí los sientan en una silla eléctrica por 1 hora. La siguiente hora los acuestan en una cama de clavos. Y el resto del día viene el diablo y da latigazos. Psh. Entonces el alemán, todo espantado, va a otras naciones y pregunta qué les hacen. Y siempre obtiene la misma respuesta. Hasta que llegó al infierno de los mexicanos. Y ahí en el infierno de los mexicanos vio que había mucha gente, mucha. Entonces les preguntó: ¿aquí qué les hacen? El mexicano respondió lo mismo: silla eléctrica por 1 hora, nos acuestan en una cama de clavos la siguiente hora y viene el diablo y nos da latigazos. Entonces el alemán, sorprendido, dice: entonces, ¿por qué hay tanta gente queriendo entrar? Y el mexicano responde: es que no hay luz. Y los clavos ya se los robaron todos. Además, el diablo solamente firma y se va. ¡Ríete!
Okay, that was a nice joke. Now, of course, maybe if you don't get it, it's because you don't have the cultural background. Now, let me explain why this is a very good joke. So, as Mexicans, we have the stereotype of, first of all, not paying for our bills, and this is true. Unfortunately, that's true. Most of the electricity bills are overdue for many families. Now, we are seen as people who rob. That's not true at all. We are not robbers. But well, we are seen like that. And number 3, we are also known, especially for office jobs, that we don't really work for 8 hours, but we work much less. As long as the boss is not there, we can just sign, firmar, and then leave. So as you can see, most of these jokes refer to something cultural. Therefore, that's why it is important for you to know a bit of the culture in Mexico. For ending this video, we want to give you a suggestion of 4 of our favorite comedians that are Mexicans. The first one that I truly love is Franco Escamilla.
Yeah, that is a good one. The second one could be Carlos Vallarta.
Oh yeah, exactly. Franco Escamilla and Carlos Vallarta are estandoperos, which is a practice that came from the States, stand-up comedy show. Well, that's now very popular in Mexico. So these two are estandoperos. We call them like that. Another one that I truly love is Platanito Show. It's a really good comedian. He's actually a clown.
Y el último, el otro también te gusta. ¿Quién es?
Oh, sí, hay otro payaso que se llama Chuponcito. Es muy gracioso también. So, les recomiendo mucho ver algunos videos de estos comediantes y pues bueno.
Let's just take this advice. It is not available.
Well, you know, unfortunately, most of these comedians are not truly family friendly, but that's because that's our humor. You know, as we said at the beginning of this video, sometimes we speak like in double sense, so it's not suitable for children. No. So that's it for today, my friends from SpanishPod101.com. We hope that you have enjoyed this video. If so, please give us your thumbs up and share it with other learners. Also, if you have any other Mexican joke that you know or any joke, please share it with us. We want to read it. We will comment all your comments.
And please invite us to go and eat something.
Again.
We are joking.
Want to speed up your language learning? Get access to all of our best PDF cheat sheets for free. Just click the link in the description and sign up for your free lifetime account right now.
2, 3, sí.
Soy un hombre muy honrado que le gusta lo mejor. Las mujeres no me faltan ni el dinero ni el alcohol. Jineteando en mi caballo por la sierra yo voy.
Okay, hey there friends of SpanishPod101.com. I'm Efrain.
And I'm Juan.
He's Diego. Okay, anyway, we're gonna talk today about 7 mistakes that you shouldn't make in a restaurant when having a date or meeting a friend or even when you have a business meeting, right?
Yeah, this is very important to know because while in Mexico, you should take this into account. So, let's go to it.
Woo!
Buenas noches.
Buenas noches, señor.
Mesa para dos.
Deme un momento, la voy a preparar. Ya está lista su mesa. De este lado, por favor.
Sí.
Tomen asiento. Esta es.
Oh, vaya, ya se habían tardado. ¡Hey, mesero, mesero!
Señor.
Traiga 2 vasos con agua y una carta únicamente.
Enseguida, señor. Hey there, friends. Let's start talking about Diego's mistakes. The first one is that he ordered right away. And when you eat in Mexico, and when you have food with other person, it is a social event. So if you try to speed that up, it could be seen as rude, and even it could be seen as like you are in a rush, that you don't really want to be there, okay?
Sabes, este es uno de mis lugares favoritos porque aquí hay música en vivo. Normalmente toco mariachi, que es uno de los mejores de México. Y uno de mis amigos es el guitarrista principal de ese mariachi.
Aquí está su agua, señor.
Sí.
¿La carta?
Sí. No se vaya, no se vaya. Vamos a ver. Gorditas, ¿eh? No quiero que engordes, bebé. Tráiganos 2 platos de pasta.
Enseguida, señor.
Bueno, y me decías, ¿a qué te dedicas?
Soy diseñadora.
Ah, mira qué interesante. Fíjate que yo tengo una empresa. Es una empresa multinacional en la cual... Así es.
Aquí está su plato, señor. Enseguida traigo el otro.
Sí, sin problema. Ay, qué bueno, ya tenía mucha hambre.
The second mistake he made is that he ate before his date. That's a big mistake. In Mexico and in other countries of Latin America, you eat when everyone gets their food, okay? Not before. Could be also seen as very rude of you and a very a very bad mistake, something that you shouldn't do. ¿El otro plato?
Vamos, come. Entonces te decía, mi empresa se dedica a la enseñanza de idiomas. Es una empresa que está creciendo mucho.
The third mistake is that Diego didn't say buen provecho, which basically means enjoy your meal. But in Mexico, you say that like a signal of start your meal. My grandfather still does that before everyone in the family gets the first bite. Buen provecho. Okay, another mistake is that Diego put his elbows on the table. So it's a bad manner. My mom still says this. Efraín, quita tus codos de la mesa. Ay, mamá, pues es que se ve mal, hijo. Mamá, pero no hay problema. Ay, hijo, pues... Okay, you get it, right? So don't you put your elbows on the table and don't put your hands under the table. Just rest your hands on the table. That's a good advice.
Me puse en este lugar. Es lo mejor de todo eso. Si quieres una buena pasta, tienes que venir aquí en este lugar. Mesero,
Señor,
la cuenta.
de acuerdo. ¿Puedo llevarme estos platos?
Sí, está bien. Por supuesto, lléveselo.
Enseguida.
Sí. Bueno, pues déjame decirte que esta ha sido una de las veladas más entretenidas y mágicas que he tenido en mi vida. Muy buena.
Aquí está la cuenta.
Sí. No, pero ¿me puede dar la cuenta dividida?
¿Dividida en partes iguales?
Sí.
Enseguida.
Entonces, bueno, yo supongo que tú piensas exactamente lo mismo.
Aquí está la cuenta.
Vaya, me encanta la eficiencia de este lugar, es rapidísimo. Ok, sí, todo es correcto. Tu tarjeta. Perfecto. Mire.
¿Con propina, señor?
No, la cuenta cerrada sin propina.
De acuerdo. ¿Gusta? Ok. ¿Cuenta cerrada?
Entonces, como te decía, no es necesario que tú me digas que esta también es una de tus veladas más mágicas, porque eso lo puedo notar en tu actitud, en tu comportamiento, en tu expresión.
Ya está, señor. Disculpe.
Excelente. Bueno, pues no hay tiempo que perder. Vámonos. ¡Provecho a todos!
Gracias. The next mistake Diego made is that he talked while having food in his mouth. That's a big mistake. And don't ever do that. It's gross. And then one of the biggest mistakes he made is that he split the bill. Contrary to other countries like Canada, like United States, or some other countries in Europe, we don't split the bill. Usually, who invites you is the one who will pay the bill. Okay? So, it's a good advice, not even for dates. When you invite friends or when you have a business meeting, it is well seen that you pay the bill of all the persons there. Another mistake is that Diego didn't leave any tip. In Mexico, it's common to leave the 10% of the bill. Okay? Something that he did good is that he said buen provecho when leaving. When you get into a restaurant or when you get out, you say buen provecho.
2, 3.
Ay, mi morena de mi corazón.
That's it for today, my friends, from SpanishPod101.com. We hope that you have enjoyed this video. If so, please give us your thumbs up and share it with other learners who might find this useful. Por supuesto, nos vemos en el siguiente video.
¡Hasta luego!
Hola, ¿cómo estás? Mi nombre es Romina, mucho gusto. Yo soy tu profesora de español. Hi, how are you today? My name is Romina and I am your Spanish teacher. En la clase de hoy voy a explicarte cómo hablar de nacionalidad en español. For today's lesson, I'm going to teach you how to express nationalities in Spanish, how to say where are you from in Spanish. Para hablar de nacionalidad en español, necesitas el verbo ser. El verbo ser significa to be en inglés. So, to talk about nationalities in Spanish, we need to use the verb ser. Please repeat, ser. Ser. The verb ser significa, the verb ser means to be in English. So when you're translating this verb into English, you're going to translate it as to be. En la clase de hoy no voy a enseñarte cómo conjugar el verbo ser completamente. Solamente nos vamos a enfocar en el verbo ser para yo y el verbo ser para tú. In this video, I'm not going to explain you how to conjugate the verb for every single personal pronoun, every single person doing the action, okay? Because unfortunately I don't have the time. But what we're going to do is we're going to focus in using this verb with yo, which means I, and with tú, which means you. Tenemos otros videos en los cuales explicamos cómo conjugar el verbo ser completamente. If you're curious, we have other videos where we explain how to conjugate this verb completely. So please go ahead and watch these other videos if you're feeling curious. El verbo ser para yo es soy. Repite, por favor. Yo soy. Yo soy. Yo soy. So, to conjugate the verb ser, the verb to be, with I, you have to say soy. So it will be yo soy, that means I am. Okay, so as you know, just as in English, you need to change the verb. It's not correct to say I to be, you have to say I am. So the same thing happens in Spanish. You can't say yo ser, you have to say yo soy. Okay, yo soy means I am. Cuando hablamos de nacionalidad, en español tenemos dos opciones. La primera opción es yo soy de Colombia. La segunda opción es yo soy colombiana. When we talk about nationalities in Spanish, we have two options, okay? The first option is to say yo soy, that means I am, and then you can say from, which from in this case is going to be de, okay? In this example, I'm personally not from Colombia, I'm from Argentina, but this is just an example. I was just saying now, I am from Colombia. So I'm saying, yo soy de Colombia. Yes? So that's the first option. You're using the name of your country, okay? You're saying you're from that country. But what happens if you want to say, I am Colombian, right? So in that case, that's the second alternative we have in Spanish as well. And you can say, yo soy colombiana. Vamos a practicar. Repite, por favor. Yo soy de Colombia. Yo soy de Colombia. Yo soy de Colombia. Yo soy colombiana. Yo soy colombiana. Yo soy colombiana. Con respecto a la segunda opción, tienes que tener en cuenta el género. ¿Es masculino o es femenino? When you're using the second option, you have to think about the gender, okay? You have to think if you have to use a female or a male, a masculine, okay? Nationality. En mi caso, yo soy mujer. Necesito la palabra en femenino. In my personal case, of course, I'm a female, so I'm going to be using the word in the female, okay? So as you can see in the example, yo soy colombiana, ending in A, okay? That's a female word, okay? But if I were a male, I would say yo soy colombiano. Si quieres transformar una palabra de masculino a femenino, necesitas reemplazar la O final. Reemplazas la O por A. Por ejemplo, cubano, cubana. Argentino, argentina. So if in Spanish you want to turn a word from male into female, so what you have to do is replacing that ending O, okay? Just replace that and use an A instead. If it's a male, you're gonna say cubano, but if it's a female, you're gonna say cubana, okay? If it's someone from my country, you're gonna say argentino o argentino for males, but if it's a female, then you're gonna say Argentina. I would like to clarify as why I'm not using Argentina as the first example, as why I'm not using Argentina, and that's because the name of the country is just as the gentilicio, like the adjective, okay? So that's why I feel that it's not very good as an example to show you the differences between the first option and the second option, right? Because if I'm telling you exactly where I'm from, I'm just gonna say yo soy de Argentina or yo soy Argentina. So I think it's not the difference, as you can see, is just that the it's missing. So I feel that these phrases are not very different, and that's why I don't like using it as an example. I love my country. I'm very proud of being Argentinian, and I wanted to just clarify that. A veces no es posible reemplazar la O por A. A veces necesitas sumar una A, colocar una A extra. Por ejemplo, inglés, inglesa. Español, española. Alemán, alemana. So sometimes it's not possible in Spanish to replace the O and add an A to make it female. In those cases, what you have to do is add an extra A. For example, as I was saying before, I was saying English, right? It's inglés, inglesa. You can see that we are adding an A at the end, okay? Because obviously there is no O to replace. Español, española. Alemán, alemana. Okay? So I was just saying English, then Spanish, and then German. Hay palabras que funcionan para femenino o masculino, okay? Y no necesitas cambiar la palabra. We have words in Spanish that work perfectly fine for both female and male, so you wouldn't have to make any changes to the word. Por ejemplo, belga, pakistaní, árabe, hindú. No importa si es femenino o masculino, puedes decir belga. Those can be used for female or males. Now, it's your turn to tell me, where are you from? So the question in Spanish to ask someone about nationality is, ¿de dónde eres? El verbo ser para tú es eres. Tú eres. Tú eres. Tú eres. What happens if you want to say you are? Okay? Again, you can't say tú ser. You need to conjugate it. Okay? You have to say tú eres. So that means you are. Repite, por favor. Please repeat. ¿De dónde eres? ¿De dónde eres? ¿De dónde eres? Por favor, en los comentarios escribe la respuesta a esta pregunta. ¿De dónde eres tú? Please, in the comments down below, let me know the answer to this question. Where are you from? ¿De dónde eres? Okay, it's the end of the video. It's the end of the lesson. Thank you so much for watching. Please let me know in the comments down below if you have any questions. Muchísimas gracias y nos vemos en la próxima clase. Adiós.
Hello, my friends of SpanishPod101.com. Today we have a very special video. My name is Diego.
And I'm Efraín.
And we are going to see 5 Mexican movies
That you will find very helpful for you to understand vocabulary and comprehension.
and also Mexican expressions for you to talk with your Mexican friend, of course. So,
Yes.
enjoy the video.
Enjoy it, eh? So, we are recommending you these movies not just because they will help you to understand the Mexican culture, but because they will help you to increase your vocabulary set and to hear different accents around Mexico. For example, we could imitate the accent of the high-class boys and girls, as we call it in Mexico, chicos fresas or chicas fresas. And I could make a voice like this. Ay, o sea, güey, se pasó de lanza ese vato. Güey, ¿por qué no se buscó un bosque y se perdió, güey?
Nice. And sometimes we can kind of imitate the accent of the low class people in Mexico. Pues chale, si no querías que te parlara, pues nada más lo hubieras dicho ya, güey.
Güey.
Well, and we are not professional doing that. We are actually very bad actors, and we are gonna leave you in good hands. So we're gonna start with the first one. Oh, but we know that this is a channel for learning Spanish, so we are making this list in Spanish.
That's correct, yeah, but don't worry, because we highly suggest you watch this video without the subtitles. But if you have any question about what we said, you can use them. We will hard code it right here.
Ok. Y la primera película es Amores Perros. Y Amores Perros sucede en la Ciudad de México. 3 historias se unen a partir de un choque automovilístico. Esta es una película que nos enseña lo difícil de la vida humana. O como decimos aquí en México, lo perra de la vida humana. Es una historia audaz, intensamente emocional, pero también muy ambiciosa. Y bueno, te recomiendo que la veas. Realmente es muy cruda, pero también entretenida Y ¿por qué no? Puedes comprender un poco más de la vida aquí en la Ciudad de México.
Correcto, correcto. Otra excelente película es Y tu mamá también. Personalmente es una de las películas mexicanas que más me gusta. Y es básicamente la historia de dos chicos mexicanos llamados Tenoch y Julio que compiten por el afecto de una chica española que conocen en una boda de un familiar suyo. Esta chica resulta que es muy atractiva y pues bueno, esos dos chicos mexicanos para intentar impresionarla le invitan a un imaginario viaje a una playa que no existe y que se llama supuestamente Boca del Cielo. Y bueno, en el viaje pues prácticamente hay un torbellino de emociones intensas.
La siguiente es una película icónica y muy reconocida en México y en algunas partes del mundo, y es El crimen del padre Amaro. Puede que a muchos no les guste, puede que otros la amen, pero todos la conocen. Y el crimen del padre Amaro trata sobre un padre, un joven de 24 años, recién ordenado sacerdote, que llega a una parroquia de un pueblo, donde el padre se llama Benito, quien recibe fondos tal vez de los narcotraficantes, pero también llega a conocer al padre Natalio, quien se sospecha que ayuda a los guerrilleros. Bien, mientras tanto, el padre Amaro empieza una relación amorosa con Natalia, una chica de 16 años, y todo va bien, pero se complica cuando Natalia queda embarazada. El padre Benito recibe ciertas amenazas y el padre Natalio pues está acusado y está bajo la mira y tal vez quede excomulgado. Bien, toda esta historia tiene mucha drama, está cargada de muchas emociones y todo termina cuando el padre Amaro le pide a Natalia que aborte al bebé.
Es una historia muy fuerte, pero también es muy conocida en México, pero también en otras partes del mundo. Bien, la siguiente película es una también muy icónica aquí en México, que todo buen mexicano ha visto y se llama Sexo, Pudor y Lágrimas. Sexo, Pudor y Lágrimas es una cinta en donde podemos ver tragedia, pero también diversión y al mismo tiempo una constante búsqueda de salir de la cotidianidad de tres parejas que son los principales personajes de esta historia. Podemos decir que es una cinta que no te va a dejar ni un solo segundo tranquilo, porque está cargada de mucha emoción y además es una historia que se desarrolla en la ciudad, una de las ciudades más grandes del mundo, es decir, en la Ciudad de México. Podríamos decir que es una visión actual sobre la batalla de los sexos, en hombres contra mujeres. Es muy recomendada y te aseguro que esta película no te va a defraudar.
La última, que es la favorita de nosotros dos y es la más reciente, a pesar de que son películas actuales, pero esta es la más reciente y se llama Nosotros los Nobles y cuenta la historia acerca de tres chicos que despilfarran el dinero del padre. Un día el padre se da cuenta de que hizo hijos buenos para nada y decide quitarles el acceso a la herencia familiar. Y bueno, hay una serie de cosas que pasan ahí que no me arriesgo a contarles porque si no les contaría la trama de la historia. Y tienen que verlo, es muy divertido, tiene además mucho vocabulario y en particular yo me declaro fan de Javi Noble.
Yo también creo que muchos mexicanos nos sentimos identificados, nos gusta mucho ese personaje. Perfecto, chicos. So, well, now I know that these are just 5 movies, but these suggestions are really, really, really good examples of what Mexican movies are like. But don't worry, because
if you like these 5 movies, we will make another video with even more Mexican movies that we truly love. That's it for today, my friends of SpanishPod101.com. We hope that you have enjoyed this video. If so, please give it your thumbs up and share with other learners who might want to know some Mexican movies, some very good Mexican movies. Also, please, if you have any comment or opinion or something, please let us know in the comment section right below. We do read them and reply to them. See you in our next video, guys.
¡Hasta luego!
Hola a todos, soy Víctor Trejo. Hi everyone, I'm Víctor Trejo. In this lesson, you'll learn how to introduce yourself in Spanish.
This is Mark Lee, and he's on a plane to Mexico. Angel Salazar, a passenger sitting next to him, introduces himself by saying, "Hi, I'm Angel. Nice to meet you."
Hola, soy Ángel. Mucho gusto.
Listen to the conversation and focus on Mark's response. Note, even though this is their first encounter, both Angel and Mark use only their first names. Ready?
Hola, soy Ángel. Mucho gusto.
Mucho gusto. Soy Mark.
Once more with the English translation.
Hola, soy Ángel. Mucho gusto.
Hi, I'm Angel. Nice to meet you.
Mucho gusto. Soy Mark.
Nice to meet you. I'm Mark.
Let's take a closer look at Mark's response.
Do you remember how Mark Lee introduces himself? Nice to meet you. I'm Mark.
Mucho gusto. Soy Mark.
First is the expression,
Mucho gusto.
meaning, nice to meet you.
Mucho gusto. Mucho gusto.
This expression literally means much pleasure, but translates as nice to meet you.
Mucho gusto.
This expression can be used in any situation, from an informal encounter to a business meeting. Do you remember how Mark says, "I'm Mark"?
Soy Mark.
First is,
Soy.
I am.
Soy. Soy.
Note,
Soy.
is a shortened form of,
Yo soy.
in Spanish,
Yo.
I is usually omitted,
Soy.
is from the verb,
Ser.
meaning to be in Spanish.
Ser.
Next is the name,
Mark.
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 Together, it's,
Soy Mark.
I'm Mark.
Soy Mark.
The sentence pattern is,
Soy name.
I'm name.
Soy name.
To use this pattern, simply replace the name placeholder with your name. Imagine you're Karen. In Spanish,
Karen. Karen.
say, I'm Karen. Ready?
Soy Karen.
I'm Karen.
Soy Karen.
Note that Mexican people have 2 last names. The first one comes from the father's family and the second one from the mother's. In a formal situation, people might give you only their first last name, or they might give you both. For example, Angel's full name is Ángel Salazar Almonte. In a formal situation, such as when he's talking to a colleague, he might say, Soy Ángel Salazar. I'm Ángel Salazar. Soy Ángel Salazar. Or in an even more formal situation, such as when he's introducing himself to a new boss, he would probably give both last names. Soy Ángel Salazar Almonte. I'm Ángel Salazar Almonte. Soy Ángel Salazar Almonte. You should give your full name in business or formal situations, but in more casual settings, it's fine to give only your first name.
Let's look at some examples of people introducing themselves. Listen and repeat, or speak along with the native speakers.
Mucho gusto. Soy Ángel. Mucho gusto. Soy Ángel.
Mucho gusto. Soy Mark. Mucho gusto. Soy Mark.
Mucho gusto. Soy Karen. Mucho gusto. Soy Karen.
Mucho gusto. Soy Víctor. Mucho gusto. Soy Víctor.
Mucho gusto. Me llamo Sonia. Mucho gusto. Me llamo Sonia.
Did you notice how the last speaker replaces soy with me llamo?
She says,
Mucho gusto. Me llamo Sonia.
Nice to meet you. My name is Sonia.
Mucho gusto. Me llamo Sonia.
This pattern uses the phrase
Me llamo.
which literally means I myself call, but translates as my name is.
Me llamo.
First is the word
Me.
meaning me.
Me. Me.
After this is
Llamo.
I call.
Llamo. Llamo.
Note
Llamo.
is the shortened form of
Yo llamo.
in Spanish.
Yo
I is usually omitted.
llamo.
Is from the verb
Llamar.
meaning to call. Next is the name.
Sonia. Sonia.
Altogether, it's
Me llamo Sonia.
literally myself I call Sonia, but it translates as my name is Sonia.
Me llamo Sonia.
The pattern is
Me llamo name.
my name is name.
Me llamo name.
You should be aware of this pattern, but for this lesson, we'll use the sentence pattern
Soy name.
I'm name.
Soy name.
Let's review the key vocabulary.
Hola.
Hello,
Hola. Hola. Let's review. Respond to the prompts by speaking aloud. Then repeat after me, focusing on pronunciation. Ready? Do you remember how to say nice to meet you? Mucho gusto. Mucho gusto.
and the Spanish pronunciation of Mark's name?
Mark. Mark.
Do you remember how Mark says, I'm Mark?
Soy Mark. Soy Mark.
Do you remember how Mark says, Nice to meet you, I'm Mark?
Mucho gusto. Soy Mark.
Mucho gusto. Soy Mark. Do you remember how to say hello? Hola. Hola.
Finally, do you remember how Angel says, "Hi, I'm Angel. Nice to meet you."
Hola, soy Ángel. Mucho gusto.
Hola. Soy Ángel. Mucho gusto.
Let's practice. Imagine you're Karen.
Karen.
Respond to Angel's self-introduction. Ready?
Hola, soy Ángel. Mucho gusto.
Mucho gusto. Soy Karen.
Listen again and repeat.
Mucho gusto. Soy Karen. Mucho gusto. Soy Karen.
Let's try another. Imagine you're Sonia.
Sonia.
Ready?
Hola, soy Ángel. Mucho gusto.
Mucho gusto. Soy Sonia.
Listen again and repeat.
Mucho gusto. Soy Sonia. Mucho gusto. Soy Sonia.
Let's try one more. Imagine you're Victor.
Víctor.
Ready?
Hola, soy Ángel. Mucho gusto.
Mucho gusto. Soy Víctor.
Listen again and repeat.
Mucho gusto. Soy Víctor. Mucho gusto. Soy Víctor. This is the end of this lesson.
Remember, these can-do lessons are about learning practical language skills. What's next? Show us what you can do. When you're ready, take your assessment. You can take it again and again, so try anytime you like. Our teachers will assess it and give you your results.
Hasta la próxima. See you next time.
Well done! Now you know how to introduce yourself in Spanish. That's all there is to it. Keep practicing and move on to the next lesson. Great work! Here's a reward. Speed up your language learning with our PDF lessons. Get all of our best PDF cheat sheets and ebooks for free. Just click the link in the description.